especially like the TED, talks and accepting failure, the benefits of failure. But like I said, I mean, no big connection there.
Technical difficulties.
She wasn't recording.
The whole effing time.
I will definitely say it's my fault. I pushed record.
Keep it going.
Summarize it all at the
Because
end.
listen, nobody's gonna look at it. It's just for you.
Lies. They check it.
They never checked mine.
Alright, fine.
Summarize it all at the end.
So, so my project progress, like I said, the health disparities is working. So I'm gonna be working with the Latin Food Festival for June with the this group called Global Shapers, and that's actually with Eliso. I don't know, he's like a community leader, and he's kind of trying to create a Craigslist, but in Spanish, for all, like for people that are coming from different countries, so that they can kind of connect with education resources, clothing, just all types of things. It's really good, so I'm trying to help them with that. And then I might be switching my project to focus more on the community. A potential project that I'm working with right now is I'm working with a local investor that is buying abandoned properties and buildings throughout Rhode Island to convert them to subsidized housing and to a community center. And he just purchased, I don't know if you guys know, I'm also working on grants for him, which I have no idea how to do, but knowing myself, I'm gonna learn how to do it. So he just brought this building off of Broad Street, right behind CVS, and this is what he's looking to convert into the community center. And I need in on that, because like I need to put my health section there so that I can have my nutrition section. He wants to do free after school care for kids. He wants to do like a lot of like English as a second language classes. He wants to do just support the community for free. So that's why I've been working so hard on trying to get this grant thing rolling out. So if you guys can, give me some feedback, some directions, I'm kind of, that's what I'm looking for right now. So this is like brandy new, like 2 weeks in the making. But it's like, I'm amped about it, because it's like a community center on the south side that's like for free, where the kids like from Roger Williams can just walk there. Like that's the best. So yeah, so what needs to be done, learn the grant process, work with other nonprofits, I connected with Becky from SEG, and she's kind of like, like they do like that whole email, introduction, but sometimes it's hard because they don't kind of email you back. So find as many investors as possible to better one community at a time, because we can start with Providence, we can move on to Central Falls, which I think lacks so much, then Pawtucket, like there's so many places, Woonsocket, cities that really, really need this support. And then just the subsidized housing, like housing is such an issue throughout Rhode Island. And it's just like create a space where children can go after school and weekends, and adults can learn work, trade, English, and much more. So this is already stuff that we reviewed, cultural diversity. Where am I on time? 2 minutes. Cultural diversity in health. It's because, I just want to see outpatient barriers, language, literacy, environmental stresses, cultural, differences. These are a lot of things that me working for neighborhood health plan and being a case manager, a lot of my coworkers, they don't know any of this, but because I'm a person of color, I'm not white, I grew up in the hood, I can connect with my patients. They can't. They expect them to do it on their own. So it's so hard to help my clients because I'm constantly cleaning up after the person before me that did nothing for them because they expect them to do it on their own. Hence this is our job, but they don't do it. These are just statistics. And it's just a vicious cycle, poverty and just the lack of education. You know, I don't think that people understand that how education impacts not only like a child, but it impacts them as an adult. It impacts their health. It creates more chronic illnesses, the lack of education. So how can we stop this? We create community centers like this where we can educate our kids on great ways, healthy ways to eat, you know, positive ways to spend their times, you know? And I think that we can make great differences. So we have achievement gaps. That's a given, right? Within the urban communities, lack of support, low expectations of our students, lack of parental support, and that's mainly because of cultural differences. And we have discrimination in health. Why race matters, cultural racism. All right, and there's institutional racism. All right, so I'll just go through these quickly. There's more, but okay.